Hello and welcome to Fame Biography. Today we have some sad news to share. Chita Rivera, the legendary Broadway star who originated roles in musicals like West Side Story and Chicago, has passed away at the age of 91. She died on January 30th of an unspecified illness, according to her daughter, Lisa Mordente. Rivera first gained wide notice in 1957 as Anita in the original production of West Side Story, and was still dancing on Broadway with her trademark energy a half-century later in 2015's The Visit. "I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't moving or telling a story to you or singing a song," she told the Associated Press then. "That's the spirit of my life, and I'm really so lucky to be able to do what I love, even at this time in my life." The petite, raven-haired dancer, singer and actress made history when she became the first Hispanic woman to receive a prestigious Kennedy Center honor in 2002. She also received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama in 2009. It is with great sadness that Lisa Mordente, the daughter of Chita Rivera, announces the death of her beloved mother who died peacefully on Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, in New York after a brief illness. Her daughter Lisa said in a statement, "Rivera was born Dolores Conchita Figueroa del Rivero on January 23, 1933 in Washington, D.C. Her father, Puerto Rican musician Pedro Julio Figueroa del Rivero, died when she was 7. One of 5 children, she studied ballet from a young age and won a scholarship to George Balanchine School of American Ballet in New York. She was still a teenager when, on a whim, she auditioned with a friend for the touring company of the musical Call Me Madam and landed a role. In 1957, she married Tony Mordente, an actor and dancer in the show. She was such an integral part of West Side Story that its London production had to be delayed until after she gave birth to her only child, Lisa, in 1958. Rivera's career was interrupted in 1986 when she suffered a compound leg fracture in a car accident in New York while appearing in Jerry's Girls. Doctors had to insert many pins to repair her shattered limb. "Just like the movies, they told me I would never dance again," she told Variety in 2005. "And just like the movies, here I am I don't know how many performances later." A decade later, Rivera appeared in a PBS television retrospective of her career called Chita Rivera, A Lot of Livin' to Do. The same year she earned her 10th Tony nomination as a revenge-seeking millionaire in the musical The Visit. It was the last of several collaborations with the songwriting team of John Kander and Fred Webb. "You really never know what the next day brings you," Rivera told the senior advocacy group AARP in a 2011 interview. "I have a very young outlook. I don't think you know how much you can do until you try." After rigorous physical therapy, Rivera not only recovered from the accident, but went on to win her second Tony for Kiss of the Spider-Woman in 1993 and scored another nomination for 9, opposite Antonio Banderas. A decade later, Rivera was nominated for 10 Tony Awards and won twice. She also received a special Tony for Lifetime Achievement in 2018 for a career that spanned nearly 7 decades. Celebrated playwright Terrence McNally, who wrote the book for Rivera's Tony-winning roles in The Rink, opposite Liza Minnelli in 1984 and Kiss of the Spider-Woman a decade later, described her as a walking history book of the golden age of American musical theater. From the chorus in 1950s Broadway musicals Guys and Dolls and Can-Can, Rivera moved to center stage as murderous Velma Kelly in the original 1975 Broadway production of Chicago, and created the role of Rose in the surprise hit, Bye Bye Birdie, with Dick Van Dyke in 1960. But it was her portrayal of the sassy, hip-swaying Anita sashaying across the stage singing America or warning her friend about a boy like that in West Side Story that made Rivera a star. To be there when those geniuses created that show was something that is a blessing, you know. It's something that you can never, ever forget, Rivera once said about the groundbreaking musical by Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim. Rivera was a triple threat, amassing 10 total Tony nominations and winning twice, the first time for The Rink in 1984 and then for Kiss of the Spider-Woman in 1993. Other shows she was nominated for throughout her career included Bye Bye Birdie, Chicago, Bring Back Birdie, Merlin, Jerry's Girls, 9, Chita Rivera, The Dancer's Life, and The Visit. In 2018, Rivera was also awarded a Tony for Lifetime Achievement in Theater, which included originating the roles of Anita in West Side Story, Rose Alvarez in Bye Bye Birdie, and Velma Kelly in Chicago. On the big screen, she starred opposite Shirley MacLaine in 1969's Sweet Charity and made a cameo in the 2002 film adaptation of Chicago, which went on to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Chita Rivera was a trailblazer for Latina artists, a consummate triple-threat entertainer, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She won 2 Tony Awards for The Rink and Kiss of the Spider-Woman and was nominated for 8 more, including for her most recent appearance on Broadway in 2015's The Visit. She also received a Lifetime Achievement Tony Award in 2018, where she said, "I wouldn't trade my life in the theater for anything, because theater is life." Rivera's career spanned 7 decades, and she worked with some of the greatest talents in the history of Broadway, such as Jerome Robbins, Leonard Bernstein, Bob Fosse, John Kander, and Fred Ebb. She rose from chorus girl to star and overcame a near-fatal car accident in 1988 that crushed her right leg. She bounced back with determination and grace and continued to perform with her trademark energy and charisma. Some of her most iconic roles include Anita in the original production of West Side Story, Velma Kelly in the original production of Chicago, Aurora and Kiss of the Spider-Woman, and Claire Zakanassian in The Visit. She also starred in musicals such as Bye Bye Birdie, The Rink, 9, and Chita Rivera, The Dancer's Life. She also had a successful career in film, television, and cabaret, and recorded several albums. According to the news reports, Chita Rivera died of an unspecified illness on January 30, 2024. Her daughter, Lisa Mordente, confirmed her death in New York. Rivera was 91 years old and had a long and illustrious career on Broadway. She was a trailblazer for Latina artists and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She will be missed by many fans and colleagues who admired her talent and spirit. Rivera was beloved by fans and colleagues alike and received many tributes and honors throughout her life. She was the first Hispanic woman to receive a Kennedy Center honor and was also inducted into the Theater Hall of Fame and the National Museum of Dance's Hall of Fame. She was the Grand Marshal of the Puerto Rican Day Parade in 2013 and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama in 2009. Rivera's legacy will live on in the hearts of millions of people who admired her talent, spirit, and generosity. She was a true legend of Broadway and a shining example of what it means to live a life in the theater. As she once said, "The theater is my oxygen. It's my passion. It's my family. It's my life." We will miss you, Chita. Thank you for the music, the magic, and the memories. Rest in peace. That's all for today's episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. And don't forget to leave a comment below and share your favorite Chita Rivera moments.